Welcome back to another historic edition of Smackdown. This, as always, is the 101 at ringside. And yes, tonight the Road to WrestleMania continues live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are less than 2 weeks away from the granddaddy of them all. And look at this, what a way to kick off tonight's show. It is none other than the current WWE Champion, the leader of the Shield, Seth Rollins. The man that will of course defend his championship in the main event of WrestleMania against the Royal Rumble winner, Shawn Michaels. That match, a ladder match, and sure to go down in history as one of the best ladder matches in WrestleMania history. And this feud has gone back and forth week after week, attack after attack, including last week following that massive main event of Rollins versus Undertaker, champion versus champion. Following that one, once again, Shawn Michaels making his way to the ring, and this time delivering some sweet gem music to the chin of the champion. As we can see though, Seth Rollins making his way to the ring. Let's see what the champ has got to say to the Smackdown audience. That he did, following one of the biggest main events in SmackDown history. Rollins defeating the then champion CM Punk more than 12 months ago now. So Seth Rollins indeed is the longest reigning champion in SmackDown history. And it looks like SmackDown General Manager Mick Foley has heard enough. The music of the hardcore legend hitting the arena. And here he comes, SmackDown GM Mick Foley. Now let's not forget, Mick Foley has got his own WrestleMania match coming up with Mick Foley and Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on Vince McMahon and his son-in-law Triple H. That one, a winner-take-all tag team match, GM versus GM. However, tonight on SmackDown, let's hear what the GM has got to say to the champion Seth Rollins. And what a main event, the Shield versus DX feud continues this evening. And a massive bombshell by Mick Foley. Tonight's main event, not just any main event, it will be Seth Rollins defending his WWE Championship against DX's Billy Gunn. That is right, before Seth Rollins even makes it to WrestleMania, he has got a title defense this evening. And there is the graphic, the main event confirmed for the WWE World Championship. It will be Seth Rollins versus Billy Gunn in tonight's SmackDown main event. That plus more still to come. However, kicking off tonight's in-ring action, it is going to be the Wyatt family's Luke Harper taking on the icon known as Sting. And as we've become accustomed to, Luke Harper not alone. Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, Braun Strowman, and of course Bray Wyatt. The foursome, collectively known as the Wyatt family, one of the most dangerous groups in wrestling history. in less than 2 weeks away, and it's of course going to be Bray Wyatt versus Sting. So tonight's matchup, a prequel of sorts of that WrestleMania match. Again, this one going to be Luke Harper taking on Sting in a rare Sting Smackdown match. The Wyatt family, one of the most dominant groups on Smackdown, certainly not to be messed with. So Sting tonight has got his hands full. This one technically a one-on-one match, although as we tend to see the Wyatt family often acting as a group even in singles matches. And we await the entrance of one of wrestling's true icons. And here it is. His music hits the arena. And here comes the living legend known as Sting. This man, a former multiple-time WCW champion, very recently joined the Smackdown brand following his debut at the Royal Rumble. Recently defeating William Regal back at the last pay-per-view before being attacked by Bray Wyatt and his Wyatt family brethren. Last week the Stinger drafted to Raw, so following WrestleMania when the new era fully kicks into gear, we will see Sting on the Red brand, unlike the Wyatt family who will remain on Smackdown. Nevertheless, the first match on Smackdown is about to begin. Sting in singles action, one-on-one versus the Wyatt family's Luke Harper. This one a prequel of sorts to Wyatt versus Sting at WrestleMania. The crowd are ready for it. I'm ready for it. Let's get into it. The opening match of the evening. The referee rings the bell. This one officially underway now. These two locking up. Luke Harper, as you can see, clearly the bigger man of the two, and thus has the early advantage. Well, maybe not. Sting off the headlock, going for a hip toss but reverse, and now we go. The power coming into play. A big hip toss there by the Wyatt family's Luke Harper, but the icon Sting now fighting back. Harper into the corner. Classic Sting there. The reverse atomic drop to Luke Harper. Harper reeling the early going across the ring into the corner. And a big knee to the midsection. Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman looking on. And here we go. This is what we're going to see at WrestleMania. Wyatt versus Sting one-on-one. But the Wyatt family distraction at ringside has cost Sting the early momentum. Luke Harper now taking advantage, sending Sting to the ring post. And Sting looking in a bad way in the early going now, thanks to the distraction by the Wyatt family at ringside. Luke Harper placing Sting back in the ring, and the big man now set to go flying. Luke Harper on the top rope. And a near 300-pounder crashing and burning. Great strength there shown by the icon. The catch and scoop slam, and Sting now back on the offense. Once again, some classic reverse atomic drops by the icon. Not one but two. That one making it 3 in total. The leg drop. Now into the early cover. But Luke Harper kicking out, not even a 1 count. And Sting looking slow. Could pay for this one. No. Luke Harper not taking advantage. Sting eventually off the second rope with the forearm. What great action we are seeing in the opening match of Smackdown this evening. And Harper in a dangerous predicament now on the apron. And Sting with a back suplex. Sending Luke Harper crashing back down, neck down, onto the ring apron. Of course, the hardest part of the ring. But Luke Harper channeling the Wyatt family, shaking that one off almost immediately. The Icon being sent headfirst into the announcer's table. Well, he actually goes back in the ring. Sting off the ropes. And look at the power by Harper. The Gorilla Press Slam coming up. But no, Sting the reversal. And look at this. The Icon showing he has still got it. Sting a veteran at this point. Harper by many is seen as having the potential of a future world champion. And Harper looking to realise some of that potential in tonight's matchup. This match potentially the biggest match thus far in Luke Harper's career. And this one has been back and forth. Great action either way. Great offense by both superstars. And that great offense continues there with a signature spinning side slam by Luke Harper. Sting now in trouble. Harper slowly but surely going on that second rope. What was he looking for? And the reverse elbow drop off the second rope. Harper now into the cover. This one could be over. Could be seconds away from the biggest victory in his career so far. But not this time. The Icon, Sting kicking out after two. Luke Harper coming so close to a gigantic victory. The uppercut. Now going for that power slam. Nope, Sting again. Nice reversal. A beautiful counter there by the Icon into the spike DDT. Luke Harper taking down the hard way. And momentum clearly now back on the side of the Stinger. The multiple clotheslines, and now the Stinger splash in the corner. Sting could be closing in on a victory. And a victory here tonight would give Sting some massive momentum heading into Mania when he will face Bray Wyatt one-on-one. Luke Harper doesn't know where he is. Shot after shot on the corner. And look what it is. Typical Wyatt family. The lights go out. They come back on and Sting is in a dangerous predicament now. All four Wyatt family members on the ring apron. Sting, one by one, trying to fight him off. But you can see Sting clearly distracted. Now staring a hole in Bray Wyatt. And that distraction could be enough because from behind Luke Harper, the release gut wrench jackknife powerbomb. A lifeless Sting now being brought to his feet. A shot to the gut. And a spinning lariat. The Luke Harper special. The spinning lariat. Bray Wyatt looking on. Has he cost Sting a victory tonight? Yes, he has. Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family costing Sting the matchup here this evening. Luke Harper getting the victory, getting the 1-2-3. This one potentially the biggest victory in Luke Harper's career. And the action is not over because now Bray Wyatt manhandling the man he will face at WrestleMania. In less than 2 weeks' time at the show of shows, it will indeed beat Bray Wyatt one-on-one with the Icon. And a taste of things to come maybe for Sting this evening. The Sister Abigail, the Bray is going to kill you chants by the Smackdown audience. And Sting come WrestleMania could be facing an uphill task. Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, one of the most dominating and feared groups in wrestling history, showing their power here this evening. Luke Harper with a gigantic victory over the Stinger. We are indeed looking at the new face of fear in the WWE. And there he is, the man that will face Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, John Cena. But before we get to Mania, and before we get to John Cena versus Daniel Bryan on the granddaddy of them all, we have got Daniel Bryan in singles action this evening. As you can see, it is going to be Daniel Bryan one-on-one with Kevin Owens. And that match is coming up next. So here he comes, the current SmackDown superstar, soon to be a Raw superstar, Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, of course, drafted to Raw last week. That change coming to full effect following WrestleMania when the new era officially begins. Last week before his match, we saw Daniel Bryan attacked by the new and not so improved John Cena. Those two men, of course, former best friends and former tag team champion partners. So Bryan attacked them last week, but so far so good this week, because coming up in moments, it is going to be another quality match. This time, Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens, one-on-one on SmackDown. Oh, but wait a minute, here we go again. A helpless Daniel Bryan, blindsided once again for the second week running. Another vicious attack now at the hands of John Cena. What on the hell has gone wrong in Cena's head? Chair shot after chair shot. This is disgusting behaviour. This is not the same Cena that we once knew and loved. Almost unrecognisable. He has gone from one of the most popular superstars to potentially the most hated superstar in this entire universe. A few weeks ago, John Cena caused him that injury to Hulk Hogan, costing us a dream match of Hogan versus Cena at WrestleMania. And now with this attack on Daniel Bryan, you've got to wonder, can Daniel Bryan even make it to WrestleMania? And if he can, what kind of shape is he going to be in? Daniel Bryan not looking good whatsoever. John Cena once again leaving his mark on not only his former tag team champion partner Daniel Bryan, but on the entire SmackDown universe. However, stay tuned because still to come, and up next in fact, it is the SmackDown main event of the evening. It is going to be the Shield's Seth Rollins taking on DX's Billy Gunn as the Shield and DX rivalry goes up a level with the WWE Championship on the line.